What's up, guys? We are going to be doing a little tips for Blender and some AI tools that I use. I'll be showing off some mesh making um, AI, and then I'll probably be doing some scripting a little later too. I'm just trying to create some assets for this and another world. That guy back there, I ended up bringing into Meshy. I mean, not Meshy, into Blender for Meshy. Like I'm going to show you how to do with these guys. And you can change a high poly item into a very low poly item. All right, so I have this one here on the side. We'll go ahead and add a modifier. Let me add a modifier, decimate. It is 860,000 faces. And then this guy here is going to be 8,900 faces. So dramatically lower and super simple. I'm going to show you how to do it. You can't really tell from far away, but as you get closer, I'm sure you can tell, right? So we have a little bit of like angular, but you know, it cuts down dramatically. And I also made it extremely low. So if you didn't want it to lose so much of the quality, you could, you don't have to take it as much as I do, all right? So, um, I'm just gonna create a new file because I need to redo this guy. So general, don't save. AXD to delete everything, the camera, the lighting, the cube, and then let me get this guy out. Z and down to go to material preview. I'm gonna select him, G and Z to go up, and then I'm gonna press Control, or I mean Shift and D. That duplicates him, and then just press right click and he'll go back to his original position. So we have two right here. We're gonna make the first one invisible, going up here and clicking that eyeball, making sure the second one's selected. Then we're going to go down to modifiers, this little wrench, add modifier, go to generate, down to remesh, add modifier, generate, down to decimate. Okay, so we have two modifiers, one for the voxel size, or the one for the remesh, sorry, and one for decimate. We want to start with voxel size. Go ahead and make that voxel size smaller until we're at a good detail. Okay. All right. So we're there. And then go to the decimate modifier and go down on ratio. We're just trying to get it as low as we can. This is where you're going to need a powerful computer. If you hear mine's even going crazy. And it's not even it's a gaming computer, so it's, I mean, you won't be able to do this on a laptop, unfortunately, I don't think, if it's super heavy. Come on. Trying to go up just a little bit. There we go. Might go up a little more. Yeah, okay, so we're at 12K. I'm gonna go ahead and apply these modifiers. Add one more decimate modifier. Decimate that down to about there. Yeah. Apply. So now we have this guy. It's looking good. We're going to press tab, go to the faces, select, just right click on one of the faces on the body, then press L, and then press Control I. So that'll select all these little pieces that are flying up in the air, like off the main part. and we're going to press X and faces on that little window. All right. And then next, what we're going to do is we're going to press A for all, U for UV map, and then we're going to do Smart UV Project. This little window is going to come up. We're going to type, I just put 3.3. Then I press Tab to go down to Island Margin, and we're going to just press right on the arrow pad, and then 0.1. That's going to unwrap our map. So you'll see right here, unwrapped. And then what we're going to do is we're going to press Tab again. Let me Z preview. So now we have this unwrapped, right? So we have this one here. This is our high poly, already mapped with the texture asset. And then we have our new low poly, but not, it's mapped onto this texture. We need a new texture with this map, right? Because these aren't matching up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create a new texture for this guy by pressing X, new. Oh wait, let me go back and show you guys. X right here. So you see this material one, go down to here, press X on it, then click new. Type in whatever you'd like. I put base. Then go down to this base color, this little yellow circle, select that, go to image texture, click new, name this base underscore BR, right? Capital BR for Horizon Worlds, right? Create that image. So now we have a new UV map, right? We have this new UV map and we have this new texture. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bake the texture from this, from the first asset to the second asset. All right, so select the first one, or the low poly, the second one, then press Shift and select the high poly item. So now we have both of them selected, but this one is a little bit of a lighter orange. Okay, if you do it incorrectly, like Control, it's going to have this as a brighter orange, right? So we just need to make sure we click the low poly second version, then we press Shift, and then we left click the high poly first version. So now we have both of them selected. We go to this little camera, render, go to render engine. We're going to go down to cycles, press that, go down to the almost the bottom to bake, and then we're going to do, for bake type, we're going to do diffuse. So we have diffuse selected, and then on this contributions, we're going to deselect direct and indirect, only leave color. Then we're going to do this little drop down next to the select to active. We're going to press the little box for select to active. Go to this extrusion, put in 0.01, enter, and then we're going to bake it. You're going to see right here, clears this, and it puts the texture in all of our little mapped positions. Okay, so now we have all these little mapped positions filled. So whenever I make the first one invisible, you'll see here we have our low poly version textured with our high poly's texture. Right, so what I'll do is I'll move this one over, G and X to move on the X-axis, and so they look pretty good from afar. You can tell closer up, right? The closer you get. And it's only because I went really low. So we have an 800 and some poly asset here. I took it down to, 8,000. So a big difference, right? Super, super simple. It's not that hard. I'm sure there's a crazier way to do it even better. But if you're just trying to get a bunch of assets or a bunch of things a little cheaper, this is a good way to do it real quick. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this guy. Put that back. Delete this guy. delete, and then upload this, export, FBX, downloads. I just put him straight back into his file, override his FBX. I can always go find it on Meshy and re-download it. Then I go to this image, save as, same thing, go here, but I'm saving a new image because I don't want to overwrite that one. I have this base underscore BR right there. So save that as an image. Go to my Horizon World build, create a new 3D model, import base. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. This guy, base, creature. You don't have to do this because it's all one object. Import, boom. Let's see. I don't know how big it's okay. There you go. Look at him. Got yourself a creepy little dude up in there. Onion Man. Oops. All right. So next, just gonna do a couple of those. File, new, AXD. Next is this werewolf. Extract all. This is my little way of doing it. Drag that zip in there so I can delete this whole file later easier. Drag the FBX in there. Import this FBX. Select it, G, Z. Just because the OCP, I guess. I don't know. I hate it down there. Shift D, right click, make the first one invisible. Modifiers, generate, remesh, generate, decimate, bring the remesh down, the voxel size down, so we're happy with it. I wonder what the poly was on this anyway. I might have not even needed to. Yeah, that's fine. Sometimes you don't need to decimate it twice. If you can get this thing under 100 faces before decimating it, you'll be Gucci. You don't need to be that much. Okay. And again, I'm making them super light because I'm using a ton of them. I don't want them to bog down my world too much. But you can make them a lot more detailed if they need to be like a centerpiece. Eat the extra faces, you know what I mean? Because it'll look better on your world. But this allows you to get at least, if you're not a 3D designer and you're using AI, this is how you get it a little bit cheaper because I know AI assets are really expensive. All right, so we got that decimated. Now what we're going to do is we're going to press tab, faces, right click on somewhere, L, control I. I don't think there's anything hanging off this because it wasn't like it was super. Oh, see, look, there's a little nail. And it's not like this is much, but imagine how many characters you had. And if it had, these two little faces, whatever, and you had, this is a this was not that crazy of a character anyway, but imagine a super crazy character with a bunch of little strings hanging off of it. You're going to miss a lot of these pieces, right? And so over time it'll start to build up. So this is something you're going to want to add into the workflow. So let me redo it. Select something, L, control I to select everything other than that. And then X, faces, then A, select all, U, smart UV 33.3, control tab, tab right 01, enter. All right, so now we have it remapped. Go to text or material. Go to the material, press X on it, new material. I'm gonna name it base again because it's going into its own file. If you can just get that workflow done, you'll go real quick. Base underscore BR, capital BR. Now we make the first one visible because we have it unwrapped and we have it textured. We're gonna select the low poly high or low poly second version, and we're going to shift and then select the high poly first version. So now we have both of them selected. Go to the camera, render, engine, cycles, go down to bake, bake type down to diffuse, deselect direct and indirect, leave color, drop down the selected to active, and make sure you select that box. Extrusion needs to be 0.01, and then we're going to bake it. Simple, 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 simple. Look at that. So now we got that guy. If we just move them, GX, I think that's a high poly. You got high poly here, you got low poly there, right? And there's ways to like really bake in the detail, right? There's another way, there's a couple ways, right? You're baking in the detail, and but this is just gonna get you really low poly stuff real quick, just a quick little workflow. You can like soften the edges and everything like that, but it's like you have to bake a bunch of textures, go into the shader. I think it's the shader. This thing, yeah. It's a little more complicated for people who aren't too accustomed to Blender, so I'll probably do something like that a little later, but this one's for the beginners. Alright, so delete this guy. I'm gonna upload this, or yeah, upload him, export, downloads, werewolf, UV map, base, image, save, downloads, werewolf, and then you can just save it. You don't need to overwrite that one. Then we're gonna go to here, 3D model, device, downloads, werewolf, base, and the werewolf. We don't need to change the preserve offset, and then import. Super easy, super easy, super easy. Again, watch this one. I'm just going to do it, show you how quick it is. XD. Oh wait, drag that in there. See, like this one's already low poly, so I'm probably not going to have to just decimate them real quick. Boom. I think he's like 10,000 when I saw him on Meshy. Yeah, he's 10K, so I could probably just decimate him a little bit. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. That one off, and then decimate this one. Apply it. I don't need to remap it, I don't think, but I will. So all I had to do was decimate this one. I'm gonna still have to remesh it, not remesh it, retexture it, and sometimes you don't have to retexture it, which is really cool, but sometimes you do. All right. Sometimes you don't have to remesh it, so just kind of play around with those. So got that. I also need to UV map it. If you don't remesh it, you don't need to do the whole Control I thing to delete the things that are hanging off, because most of the time it's all one piece then. If it's a low poly. Okay, so now I'm gonna select both versions. 1, Shift, 2, right? The camera, cycles, bake. Oh, I messed up. Might have to redo this. Okay, if you mess up, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go back to the first one. You're going to go to this material, go to this base, color, put in an image texture, go to this little, box with papers in it. Oh, wait, is that one? Oh, crap. Surface. There we go. Is that the one? No, maybe it's not. We need to press X. Yeah. Open new. Go to downloads. Werewolf. There it is. So now we have it back on the original. Go back to render. Select, shift, select, bake. This is where I messed up. I didn't change this. So diffuse, direct, indirect, drop down, check the checkbox, 0.01. Now bake. All right. All right. Something's going on. All right. Anyway, got this reapplied. Next is to oh yeah, cool. Right. Now we can delete. This is low poly. Delete this one. Export it. Oh, export FBX. UV. Base. Image. Save as. Downloads. Werewolf. Save. Alright. Cool. Not that one. This one. Okay. Cool. Another one down. I'm just gonna I'm gonna do a couple more of these and then I'll do some AI stuff. Yeah, no, I have to. Wait. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This. There we go. Extract. Drag this here. Zombie bear. Forgot about this one. Look at that. That's cool. That's cool. So this one's a heavier asset, right? So this is maybe one of those scenarios where you would want to be able to decimate, like not just decimate it, but remesh it. You're gonna have to remesh it because it's gonna be too much to decimate. It's gonna make it look real funky, right? So we're gonna select it. We're going to Shift D to duplicate it. Make the first one invisible. Click this eye. So now we only have this one, right? Make sure it's selected. Go down to modifier, add modifier, generate, remesh, add a second modifier, go to generate and decimate, Go down on voxel size on the remesh. Maybe it wasn't that heavy. Let's see. Go about here. Yeah, that's good. Then we're going to decimate it. Too much. That's fine. Decimate it one more time. I like to keep things under 10K. And it depends on what it is. These are going to be in the world shortly, so it's not like it's a forever item. They're usually spawned in for a moment. Tab. Faces, select the faces, right click, L, Control I to get any of the little stragglers. I don't see any. Oh, there may be one on the back. There's like one. Delete the face. A, U, go to Smart UV, 33.3, tab, right, 01, unwrap, tab again, go down to material, go to the material, press X, create a new material, I'm going to name it base again. Like always, go to image, new, base underscore BR, new image. So we got the image and the UV done. We're going to make the first one visible. Click the second low poly, then press shift. Click the first high poly version, then go to render engine, cycles, down to bake. Bake type is going to be diffuse. Deselect direct and indirect. Drop down on the selected to active, and check that box. And in extrusion, we're going to do 0.01 and then bake. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, bro. Stupid easy. Stupid easy. Make that first one invisible. Look at that. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? So, watch, we'll look at it. This one's the high poly version. Decimate. 80,000 faces. Wasn't that bad, actually. This one was 7,800 faces. Way cheaper. Way cheaper. Alright, get rid of these. Let me upload this. Export to FBX. Download Zombie Bear. Overwrite that. UV map image. Save as. Downloads. Straight into the file. Don't need to overwrite anything. Just save that base BR. Horizon World. 3D model. Go to the file. Oops. Double click that. Alright, so we got both files in there. Don't need to click preserve. Import it straight. Quick. Quick. Let's see. Do I have another cool one? Oh, yeah, yeah, I might do this one, Loki. It was cute. Drag it in there. I drag it in there just because it's way easier to delete. You don't want a ton of files. I mean, my computer is already a mess, but oh wait, I gotta make this new. General, don't save. You don't need to save it. You already have it saved. AXD to delete everything. Open these back up. Boom. Import FBX. This was so funny. All right, so select it, Shift D. I don't even think I need to, but we'll do it just to do it. Remesh modifier, decimate modifier. Um, Drop it down. I want to see what it was before. Yeah, dude, it's 9,000. I ain't gonna drop it down a little bit to 5,000. Dude, I don't even think I need to retexture it or nothing. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. I don't need to do any of that. There you go. That's an easy one. Sometimes you don't need to do nothing other than decimate it. All right. So we're going to, only thing I need to do is I need to save this image. Save as, oh, hold on. Yeah. So I need to save this as base underscore BR. And then on the mesh, we're going to have to name this base. And then we're going to go up here to file, export, downloads, ghost. Cool. Oh, wait. I think I saved it to the wrong one too. Image, save. No, I saved. Is it right? That's the right one. It's white. Yeah, I think that's the right one. Go here. Upload this, and then I'll do some scripting because that was pretty much where I just needed to get a few meshes in for game uploaded. I'm gonna create some games for this. So I have a carnival, and we'll do some AI scripting with Windsurf. It's a really good one. You could use Copilot. You could even use Gen AI. In fact, actually, I'm going to probably use Gen AI to kind of get some of them going, and then I'm going to use Windsurf. Gen AI is decent, but I think the one thing that Gen AI is missing, and hopefully they add at some point, is being able to drag reference scripts in. They could have a little list of them where you could select them or whatnot, would be really cool. But that's the main thing that's missing with Gen AI, or else I would use it for scripting because I'm sure it knows quite a bit, but it's slacking. It is slacking. All right, so I can go, I'm just gonna close this. I don't need it anymore. We'll close these. Okay, so I have Windsurf and I have this open. All right, so on my little carnival, I'm gonna need some games and some other stuff. Um, let's see. I'm thinking, and you know what else I want to do too? No. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna make a. Oh no, you know what I'm gonna make? I'm gonna make a cannon. That's what I wanted to do too. I wanted to make a cannon. I'll actually, no. Let me get Blender back open real quick. Oh, I think I showed you guys this. Yeah, I did show you guys this. Let me get Blender. Look at this mess. That was a mess. All right, AXD. So I'm gonna show you some little techniques for some tools I use in Blender. I'm not a Blender specialist. I'm trash. Okay. I just know some easy little techniques that'll get you something, right? So you don't have to AI generate some of these things and then be too expensive. So to add some mesh, you could do Shift A. It's going to have a little window. We're going to go to mesh. I'm going to make a little cannon, right? So we're going to do a cylinder. And then I'm going to bring it a little bit, I'm going to bring it above the world grid. And then scale is S, and then Shift Z will just scale it on whatever axes those are. I don't know. And then you got rotate. I'll press rotate. Right. No, you know what? Because I don't know how to. Let's make the cannon first, straight. Because I don't know how, I don't know how to extrude on a certain angle. All right, so we're going to go into edit mode by pressing tab. I like to mainly use faces, so click that little faces tab there, up here, the little square, and then I'm gonna start here, bring this down, or you know what? This would be a good chance. Press Control R. That'll do a loop cut, okay? And then you could go up in loop cuts by scrolling your wheel, or you can edit it later and add more. So I'm gonna probably go. I'm gonna add a couple of them to here. It's gonna automatically, or wait, before you do that, make sure you can center it just by pressing right click, or you can move it around. Probably move it to like, no, I'm not gonna move it. All right, so center it. Press R to just center it, or right click to center it. Then you're gonna press faces again. Press Alt to like get a whole line selected whenever you go to click it. And I recommend clicking on like the side that you're wanting it to go. So if I wanted to go this way, I'm going to click it like on the side of the face. If I wanted to go up, I'm going to click on this side of the face, right? So this side to go that way, this side to go that way, all right? So I'm going to go that way, that way, that way. Press S to scale, and then I'm going to press Shift Z just to scale on that axis, all right? So we're going to go there, and then I'm gonna click this, scale this one a little bit too. Gonna go down here, E to extrude, then I'm gonna scale it a little bit. E to extrude, scale it a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna press Alt, and then you can get multiple by pressing Alt and Shift. Whoops. Shift to just click the one. Scale this a little bit, I think. Yo, I might need to look up a picture of a freaking cannon. Because I don't know how they look really at the end. Maybe like this, scale it up a little bit. B. Something like that. B. Scale. B. Scale. Yeah, look at that, bro. That's a pretty damn good cannon, if I say myself. Okay, so maybe scale or extrude one more time if you really wanted to be OCD about it, I guess. There you go. So now go down to here, maybe extrude in. Yeah, there we go. It's already extruded and I stopped. So, and it's inside, so it's hard to see. What you're going to want to do if it's inside, you want to be able to see, press Shift Z. You'll be able to see somewhat in there. G to move it again, so you don't have to extrude it again, and Z to keep it on that Z axis. And then we're going to go about, keep going about right there. Okay. Hmm. Maybe not. I don't want to go that deep because I'm gonna teleport them in there and then I'm gonna launch them. Whoops. So Control Z to bring it back out of there. So we got ourselves a little cannon. All right. So now I'm gonna press A to select all of it, R to rotate, Y on the Y axis, something like that. Drop it down a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Shift S. And this is going to do, you're going to be able to move stuff around. What I want to do is I want to go cursor to selected. So I'm going to move this little that checkered circle down there, right here. I'm going to move it up here, which will then allow me to spawn something right there in the center. So cursor to selected. So now my cursor is right there in the center, right? This checkered circle. Then I'm going to press Shift A to add mesh. And we're going to do a cube. I'm going to scale it down a little bit. Scale it on the x-axis a little bit. Drop it down, GZ to go down there. GZ. And then, how are we going to do this? I think we loop cut it. Scale those, press S and Y. You're scaling it, but you're not really scaling it. You're just moving those lines farther apart. Okay. And honestly, we might need to move all these lines farther apart. Can I? Ugh. No. So we're just going to move them all the way to here. Then I will move these out a little bit. Scale, Y. Okay. Then we're going to grab this. And this. Hold on. Maybe this to here. G, X. So we moved it on the x-axis, and then now I'm gonna G, X. Yeah. Hold on. Maybe we Control R, add another loop cut right here. Control R, add another one right here. Then we select this and we move it G, X. Okay, cool. Something like that. We could do something like this. And then press select this to make sure it's the only thing selected. L. We can move it a little bit. And then we're mainly just trying to create some low poly stuff. Like, you want to learn Blender to just create low poly items. So this is a little low poly cannon for the price of probably, I don't know, maybe 800 faces, if that, which is nothing inside of Horizon Worlds, all right? I low-key don't know how to make a circle, and I would love. Oh no, we're just gonna teleport them in there. This is gonna be a massive cannon. That's right. All right. So it would be cool if you could jump in it. All right. So we're there. Press L on this one. I'm gonna unselect these. Oh wait. So Shift, Alt, and then click Shift to click that one. Yeah, and then we're gonna press Y to deselect everything, or not deselect, but cut it out. So now I have this separate from that, and then we're going to press W, shade smooth. So now our cannon is smooth, and then what I'm gonna do, because if I would have had it over this lip, it would have looked funky. So now I'm gonna select this part, and I'm going to shade smooth that. So now we have the cannon shade smooth. Yeah, I'm gonna leave leave this like that. Okay. Now, let me, I low-key should have put this inside of my thing. I'm gonna go ahead and save this or export it as just a cannon, just so I can re-import it. You know, I'm gonna put it in here too, because I don't want to have to go look for it. Alright, and then I'm going to open one. Open my Halloween park. You want to save these. You want to build everything as one object. So I have this whole thing as one object pretty much. Other than certain things. Like this pumpkin was gonna be a butt. Because this is not one object. I ended up building this first. Everything after this and the pumpkin there is one object. Unless it needs to move like the coaster and whatnot. Alright. So I want to put, first I need to import this. Okay, where's okay, cool. Now we're gonna move it. So G, and then I pressed Control Z to just move it on the X and Y axis. So we're gonna put it over here somewhere. Probably. Hmm. What if I put it there? So the reason why I'm putting it in here is so that I can connect it as one object. Scale it up. Yeah, that's good. Look, you might want to scale it up more. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. All right. All right. I decided to connect it. So we're going to take this, we're going to press X here, face, and then we're going to press that. That's going to delete the inside face. Now we have a full circle there. We're going to, maybe I delete this one too. Face, yep. And then we're going to click that. So now we have the loops. We're going to click the loops. So I selected that one, press Alt. We're going to, oh, no, why is it doing that? That's weird. Okay, so we have that loop selected. and then Alt Shift, have that selected. So we have both those loops selected. Now we're going to press Control. Oh no, we're gonna press W, and we're gonna do this bridge edge loops. Boom. Okay. But I want that Y separated. Okay, cool. So now I have that separated. Yeah. All right. Okay, that cannon's there. Move this cannon here. Which, oh wait, I need to color it too. So we're going to add the material. I already have a material in here. Color. And then we're going to make sure that all of this is selected, all of that's selected. Okay, we have everything selected. We'll go to color. Here. I'm going to select everything. Scale it down. I use this color palette because it allows me to save on textures. If I'm just doing something base like this, right? And then we'll do this one that's slightly darker color. Yeah, cool. And then we'll do this one. Oh, wait, this one. A to get everything. Then we'll just put it. Oh. Darker. Cool. So there's that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put another one. Put another one. Shift D. And then Shift Z to move it. So we duplicate it, we're moving it on the Z and Y or X and Y axis. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna rotate it on the Z axis, not 108 degrees, right? 180. We're gonna move it. Shift Z on that axis, and hopefully it clears. It should, right? Yeah, we should clear it. All right. So we have that one shooting over there and that one shooting over there. Kill. Yeah, we'll put it there. That's fine. Seems safe. All right, and then what I do, I select these two, then I select the main part of the map, and I Control J, right? So now that's all joined, right? Other than the things that need to move. So I have this water here that bounces up and down inside of Horizon Worlds. I have this thing that spins. I have the train that goes around the track. This coaster goes around the coaster. This clown head looks at people. This thing goes up, right? So you have just only the items that move. Now my coaster is also separate, but that was because I added the coaster first to mess with the scripting. So I could just do the scripting for the coaster part, and then later on I ended up doing the rest of the park. But that's the only reason why it's separate, or else it would be a part of the object. You want to have as many parts of your world joined as the object, because then your world will load 10,000 times better, right? To go backwards, by the way, is Control Z, right? To go forwards is Control Shift Z, right? All right, so I have everything as one. Then we're going to File, Export. Let's see. Oh man, I'm gonna have to find this. Halloween Park, there we go. Halloween map. Alright, so that's the new, oh wait, you know what I forgot to do too? You might have to change this. Go here, make sure your faces, yep, look at that. Faces are all backwards. Alright, so what I need to do now is press tab, brings up this. I'm gonna press, that one's already selected. So I'm gonna select this, I'm gonna select it. Well, actually, I'm gonna select nothing. I'll right click on anything red, then L on that item, then L here, L, L. Just make sure everything that's inverted is selected. Inverted is red. So then we're gonna go here, we're gonna go L, 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 and L. So everything there is selected. So we have both those cannons selected, and we're going to press Alt N, and we're going to press flip. So now they're both blue, we're good to go, right? The only reason why you see any red is because we're far away from it, and it's getting the inside mesh mixed up. So now I will export this. And then go into here. There's this, replace this. Now I'm gonna have to go into VR, but I'm gonna go on my alt account real quick to place it. Pivot points needs to be turned off. Alright. Headsets. I didn't place this all as one object, unfortunately, or else it would be so much easier. It was all under the same um, object, parent object, but I just have to redo the map. Then, yeah. Oh, man. Pull out the ones that don't have my cannon. Check it, see if it's nice, perfect size. Cool. Perfect. Check and see if it's positioning. bugging bug meta. You need to fix it. Bugging. Right. So both perfectly positioned. So yeah. Oh. You have those cannons set up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a trigger on this end. That when we jump through there, it's going to launch us. Alright? Alright. We're going to do it, Gen AI. See if Gen AI can do it for us. Alright? Oh. Oh. So, now what I want to do, we're going to create... Oh, code only. Okay, I want to create a script for a trigger gizmo with a target prop. Prop is just like a connection. So like if I was making a script for a trigger that made something disappear, I would say I want a script for a trigger that has a target prop and makes the target disappear. So what we're doing is we're connecting that item into the target prop, and then when we step in the trigger, it makes that item disappear. Okay, so that's pretty much the sum of what a prop is. A prop is just things that you connect in there. All right. Target is a type, like you can make it, it could be an object, it could be a number, it could be a bunch of different things, but I'm using it as like an object, the target. So with a target prop, okay. A target prop, a launch number prop. Number prop, yeah. So what we're asking for is just a target and a prop, a number. Object and a number prop. Period. When player enters trigger, we're going to do two target props. Move the player to I want to create a cannon. Oops. Oops. Script. Okay, so When player enters trigger, move the player to target one or exit reference, which I'm just saying name it reference exit if or exit reference, hopefully. When we then launch the player towards the target to or launch direction. We should be using player. Use the core API to find. The core API is like the main encyclopedia of all of Meta's or the world's logic, right? So like gravity, speed, rotation, blah blah blah. That's going to be in the core API. On oops. And then we're just telling it to go look for a specific thing. Player physical velocity. Is it going to add it for me though, you think? Launch force, good. So add target 1, target 2, and launch force. We connect on player enter trigger event. Okay. Launch player moves the player to target 1 by setting their position to the reference. We'll look at it first, I guess. So we're going to go here, build, gizmo, trigger. Here. Oops. Need to slow that camera down. Rotate this. Attach. Is it in here? It's not in here, is it? Why isn't it in there? Do I need to add it? I don't need that. Okay, then we're going to use empty object, move it here. So that goes there. We're going to do 40, 50. We're going to do 50. Then we're going to do go here, control, is it control D? Shift D. No, control D. Okay, cool. Too far. It's going to launch me, ain't it? Alright, let's check it out. So it teleports me that way immediately. No, I'm in the drowning water. It's gonna drown me, guys. Drown. Sometime we're gonna drown. So, go! Okay, so it's not gonna do it. So now this is where I'll go in here and fix this. It's not gonna do drag. This is why I like this, because I can drag. That one just gave me a random reference. I used Windsurf, Copilot, whatever, so I can drag the reference in. Just that's what we're gonna work with. All right, it's looking, doing some thinking. It's searching through the files. It's saying, right? It's opening drop ride. It's opening all this stuff to see what can we reference from this world. Now it's going to edit it. Windsurf is by far my favorite tool, but it's honestly whatever you feel comfortable with. I find that Meta's putting out more content around, what is it, VS Code, it's Copilot, and GitHub. So, maybe that's the way you want to go. I prefer Windsurf though. I don't know why. I just like the layout more. I've tried Copilot. I just couldn't really get it to work the way I wanted it to. But maybe I'm doing it wrong. Alright, so update. Smooth movement to target 1, then launch from target 2. Okay, so let's test this out. It should have made, yep, it re-executed. Alright, so woohoo! Nice. Oh no, 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 no. Alright, so now we just gotta put all that in. I'm gonna locate stuff over here. Yo, that bounce. 45's the magic number. That's let's add. So it is going to add to that some audio gizmo and particle effects drops. And then we're going to play them whenever the player leaves target 1 or leaves target 1 and is going to target 2. So, and then I'll explain some of the scripting that I you have this props definition. This is where your props are going to be. So we have target 1 here, we have target 2, we have that launch force, default 10, so it's always going to be named, it's always going to be at 10. If I edit this, anytime I add this to a new trigger, it will be whatever I change it to. So 50, 100, whatever, right? Then we have move duration, so it's moving from the target to moving from the trigger to target 1 at this speed. We can go up and down, we can edit it inside the properties, okay? But this is how you would edit it for the script. And then you have the audios, it's just adding, okay? We're connecting to local broadcast, which is, you know, just we're connecting to the time. Okay. This is on player enter, so this is an event setting. This is all good. On code block events. The code block event is on player enter trigger. We all know what that's coming from, right? From code block. This is a code block event on player enter trigger. We're gonna send this event on player enter. And then when that event's coming through on player enter, we're constructing T1, which is the target. The as an entity is object. So as an object, if T1 doesn't exist, we're going to replace it. But if it does exist, or if it does exist, T1 exists, initialize movement to target 1. So we're moving to the target over time. We're changing state to moving. Launch from target 1. That stuff. It didn't have audio gizmo set up. We're going to go here. It's just the particle gizmo, import the particle. So I'm doing, AI is figuring out for me. I'm just pressing tab to fix it. You saw all those little windows popping up and everything. It's because the AI is saying, oh, you mean to fix this part? I started typing in audio. It was set as an entity as object. We're not using an object. We're using an audio gizmo. So I started typing in audio gizmo, and it picked up, oh, you're wanting to use audio gizmo. I pressed tab to go through and put audio gizmo in there. Then this part highlighted, and it was like, oh, you know, now with this new logic, you want me to fix this as well? Okay, press tab, boom, fixed it. Then this part down here was also set as entity or object, and we needed a particle gizmo. And so the AI was like, oh, okay, you fixed this, and I see this inside a core. Let me look, see if there's something for particle. And it looked, it saw, so boom, replace this, then we can replace that. Then all we needed to do, there was this whole import thing that you probably saw. We need to make sure that it's being imported up here. So we have audio gizmo, particle. The tab and the AI is going to help you a lot. It's going to do a lot of the fixing for you, but it's not going to know specifically what to fix. So you're going to kind of need it to guide in that direction to fix it. But once you start guiding it in that direction, it'll start to fix a lot of that stuff. So I'm going to save this by pressing Control S. It's going to save my changes to make, using the correct block. And I can, and then we're going to go to this trigger. So that's connected. Yep, we have launch audio, launch particles. We're going to go to library. Vertical. Yeah. That is turn off world start. And then let's make sure that works. Should work. I have to go into core to fix the whole oh, hold on. Okay, we can make this what did they call it? Huh? Oh, okay. What if I'm going through the wrong one? I don't think I am. Yeah, I didn't hear no sound. that. I'm going to duplicate it and move it over there. So I have to find them again. This is what I like about the VR building, so Meta, don't take it away, please. This is awful. If I could do everything I could do in VR and, you know, with the AI and everything, I would probably build 100% that way. Rotate. They didn't even rotate. Put that one in here. And that, oh, come on. And that goes this way. Oh, no. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Oh, shit. Super cool. Cannon's going now. Alright, so we have that set up. We have cannons done. Now I'm thinking a little game. Alright? We'll write this. We'll start it with Gen AI. And then we'll go from there. I want to see. I want to see if I can try to use Git. Somebody said one time that if you use Git, you know, whatever script you're trying to continue. We are going to set I have the candies are going to move at world start, or candies are tagged as candy. They're going to move to candy spawns at world start. The candy spawns are tagged as candy spawns. All it's going to handle the tagged items at world start and take them and then move them, the candies, to the location. I'm going to try that. Let's see if we can get that mechanic down. If we can move it, that'd be perfect. Really cool. Right. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna fix it for us. This music. Where is it at? Where is it at? This is annoying. Need to turn it. Stop it. That's annoying. Okay. So retrieve entities by tag. Listen to grab events globally or per entity. Accessing player hands and grabbed entities. Okay, so it's doing it for us. Alright. Candles to vacant spawns at start relocates a grabbed candy to the next vacant spot. So now, let's see about hooking up some of these just to test. So we're going to create an empty object, move it up. I'm going to tag this. Okay, let me double check to make sure that that's what it's. Candy. Okay, candy spawn. Cool. So we got candy spawn there. Oh, we need. There we go. Okay, so we candy spawn there, and then let's. Wait, no, we want this. All. You know what? We'll also do this. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. How are you gonna do? 3D model. Low. See how long this takes. Come on, man. That's not a candy corn. That's not a candy corn. Come on. Dude, you guys suck at candy corn. Nobody got candy corn, bro. Let's see. Give me a candy corn, dang it. What? There's no space. Trash candy corn. trash all of them. This one's alright. Let's see. Let's see. I don't think it's gonna generate a good texture for it, but it could, I mean, generate it correctly, but we'll see. Maybe it's just upside down. But even then, that's like not even a candy corn, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, but are you gonna have the background? Hmm, hmm, hmm. I guess what we'll do is put this here for now to test it. Interactive, and then I'm gonna tag this candy. Actually, that's not bad. I don't know about that backside. That backside don't look like it's gonna end up coming out too great. Okay. Yeah. Got candy. Got candy. Spawn. Alright, so now I'm gonna duplicate this. Move it. Duplicate it. Duplicate it. Move it. Duplicate this just for testing. Grab both of them. Move them way over there. Oh wait. So I know that's probably the reason why it's not. I think it's because we're not force releasing the candy. That's probably the reason why it's not moving. But we have it at World Start working. You know what I'm gonna do? See if it doesn't work. grabbing and force releasing, just not vacating or not going to a new vacancy. So it's editing that now. Sweet. Okay, new spot. Spot. Nice. Nice. Cool. So we have that. Awesome. 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 Awesome swap. So now I think what I'll do is I'll add a UI to show how many keys select all good. This is the one thing I hate about Mesh, but I think I also should admit that Mitch, yeah, it doesn't give me. Oh, it doesn't give me an is like, bro, OP. When sometimes you need to mess around with the extrusion. Image. Cool. Cool. I got candy corn going. So now next is to that is set up. So we have a little thing where we can go around and eat candy corn. Ooh. Just go into those two. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's... I thought only... Next. I want to make a big this. I'm gonna continue with insert because it's just oh, whoops. I wanted it to specifically use the UI API. We're gonna be it's looking through everything. We're asking for a text gizmo script attached to a trigger. I already called it a basketball game, right? So it's knowing we're going to be wanting to do a basketball game. And then I'm saying I want to connect it to a trigger. It will have a text gizmo prop to display points. Okay. And when it pops, probably accept this. We'll go here. I already know kind of what to. What is it's gonna add some stuff. It's just displaying it in the top, right there at the beginning. And it's gonna end up changing this part with some info, and then you can then dial it. I'll show you how to dial it. So we now have some additions. This is going to kind of show you. But yeah, this will show you where we can move it around. So we're at bottom 16, right 16. This is too loud. Okay, so you have that there. We're gonna over, move it over 40. No, we'll move it over 30. We'll move it up 22. Save. Control S. Make sure. Are you under the mat? Cool, so it's counting. When I leave, back. Alright. I should have done that a long time ago, to be honest. That was driving me nuts. Alright. Man, this lag. Yeah, so it's counting, but it's not saving. Alright, okay, perfect. Okay. So we're gonna address a bug before continuing. wait, you know what? I need to find out if it's saving first before we do this. Preview. So, oh wait, did it save? I don't think it's saved. I think, yeah. So, come on. It was working good yesterday. It wasn't lagging like this. Alright, so, one. We go in here, variable group. Oh, I'm not saving it. Okay, shoot. Alright, I need to save that then. That's why it's not saving. Halloween Park. Create new. Candy. Copy that. Okay, so it's gonna mess with that. Let's go back over here. See what this is. We'll create the script. Let's go in here to see what it looks like. Okay. Let's see. I think it kind of got it. Oh man, dude, this lag's bugging me, guys. Um, Let me think. Should I build something in Blender? No. We're gonna open it over here. Yeah. All right. So where do I? I don't know if I want to put it there. Hmm. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to make one. Let's see. Where are we at with this? Pause that later. Hmm. Man, I just don't know how big it needs to be. That's the issue. So we're gonna go cylinder. You know what? GZ. I want to go quite a ways up. Okay. Cursor selected. We're gonna add cube. Something like that. We're gonna add now Taurus. Oops. Bro, it doesn't need to be that gigantic. There we go. That's a massive hoop. Control, just do that line. Nice. Delete those faces inside. Cool. We got a little basketball hoop. I'm pretty sure it don't need to be that high That's fine. Something like that. Alright, cool. To here. I low key don't really know how to connect this. Let's see. Move it this way. Maybe move it up. B, bridge. I don't think that's how you do it though. Hold on, what if we do this? No. What if we do this? Oh god, that's ugly. Yeah. What if we do this? Okay. What if we do this? No. I feel like there's a way you can do this though. Oh yeah, there is. Look. Has to be. Curve. Number of cuts. Whoa. The hell is this? Hmm. Yeah, that don't seem like it's right. That's crazy. Damn. Something like that. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I think it's that, but I'm doing something wrong. Something like that. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm gonna put it like that though. So at least it's connected. Or else it's gonna drive me nuts. Alright, let's see. this needs to be wider. Right. Okay. Let's go back to the script. All right, let's see. We got 3. Start the world up. It says 0. It says saving. Go back here. Let's add color. That we are going to be. And this we're going to. You know what? I wonder if I could get that. Nah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to do it that way. Alright, so let's. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Let's go here. Let's go here. Then get a rock texture. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Videos. This one? Yeah. Oh. Oh man. Gotta go all the way here. Get into GIMP. Open up. So we have this, and then we're going to put. Honestly, yeah, no, I'm just gonna use it straight on here. So I'll do the rip. Oh no. add a shadow. Okay. Save this, and then we're gonna take it into here. We're gonna create a new. Whoops. Come on. There we go. And then this sign. Man. So 1, 3. 3 on the numpad. Project from view. There we go. So now I'm gonna go to gray, the gray thing. Go all, scale it up. Oh shoot, I need to fix that. Let's do, I think that's it. Yeah. Project from view. Scale it up a little bit. And then we're gonna go up here. We're gonna do this one. Aim down. View. Project from view. Probably rotate it 90. A little graveyard basketball hoop. Remember what? Okay. Here. Yeah. We will also shade smooth. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just select the line. So press this little line for edges. Then we're gonna do Alt and then press that line. It'll do there. And then we're gonna go extrude. And I'm just gonna press E and Z. Goes down a little bit to about there. And then I am now going to How? I want to see how they do it, sir. Oops. I don't think I can find it like this, but we'll see. Oops. Net lecture. Yes, I should do it. I'm trying to get a net, basketball net. I don't think this is a way to do it. It could. Let's see. I wonder if something like this would work. Open. Let's see if I can use it. I don't know if I can. Okay, cool. Alright. Use these faces. Assign it. Why is it pink? What the heck? Man, I need to clean my stuff. What the heck? Why isn't it showing? I don't understand. I need to use something different. Here. Let's see. Back over here. Okay, so it says it's saving now. So let's leave. Stop the world, rejoin. Preview. Okay, let's see. Still not saving. What are you doing? Still not saving. Hmm. Let's see. My mic's about to die. My headset really. Let's see. Candy HUD Manager. I need to find the section on player persistent variables, player storage. Let's see. Dispose. Unjoin. Oh, here we go. I just saw it. Here we go. Okay, so here up. Right. Yeah. What's this for? Copy. Paste. Okay. So I'm gonna try to fix it using the core. This is. This I'm just gonna close out because we're not using that. Okay, download this image. See if it'll cut out the image for me. Good enough. Save. Over here. Cylinder. Yep. What did I get it to? Okay, that's better. Just gotta mess with it, bro. There we go. Okay, so we're here. Cool. Jeez Louise, it took forever. You know what? We are going to image canvas size. Make this go up. Center. Yeah. Resize. Then we're gonna save this. Re-upload it. Cool. So now okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to check to see facing out, yep. And then we're going to duplicate this, and we're going to make it face in by going Alt-N, flip. So now we have in-facing and out-facing version. Okay. And honestly, I'm going to let that, I'm going to not connect that because I might want to move those around. So let's low-key, yeah, let's low-key update this. Export, download. Oh, shoot. Web. Okay, so I need to save this. Hold on. Export, export that. Then we're going to save. It's going to be web underscore BA, right? No, BR. Yeah, this actually has to be, no. Shoot. Let's go over here. This would be BA. Downloads. BA. Okay, so we got BA, and then we're gonna do, this needs to be underscore masked. Okay, and then this is grave. So we'll go to this one, image, save as underscore BR, PNG. Alright, so now we're gonna go here. Okay, that's gonna import. Where are we with this? Let's check if it's saved. Still not saving. What do I have in here? I don't have anything. Let me do this real quick. Let me open a window. Show more. I think that's the one. I'm trying to find something I have for the PPVs. What is this? I don't know what this is either. Window. Okay, this is better. Alright, let's see if it'll fix it with that. I just dragged in a reference from a game that I have that uses PPVs. Nope, never mind. That's a helper. Hold on. That's a helper. I need to drag in the game, I guess. Let's see. Okay. So let's see if it did it. Oh no. Oh, is it because I saved it after. Shoot. Export this, then redo this. Place. Okay, so now let's try. Let's see. Come on. Still nothing. Man, I'm gonna have to bring in some other stuff, but I'm gonna do it off stream because I don't want to show it off in here. Other worlds scripting. Let's see. See if I can figure it out. Where's it at? Candy. Wonder if it thinks. Hmm. It might think that it's an actual map at the string. I think that's the problem. No, it says as a number. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go into some other lobbies and figure that one out. But let's see. Did this one end up? Yeah, it did. Okay, let's see. See how this basketball hoop came out. And then we'll probably call it. Then you go do something else. I'll probably pick this up another time too. Oh yeah, that looks cool. That looks sick. All right, guys. I am going to be calling it. Okay, that don't matter. We're not gonna be using that anyway. I'm gonna be calling it. I think I showed off a bunch of VR tools. I mean VR tools, Blender tools. You guys got to see some. Let me delete this. You guys got to see some GIMP stuff. I showed off some of the meshy. Not really. Um, some coding things. We got the cannons working. I think I'm gonna end up streaming some more of this tomorrow. So if you guys want to stop by and see more, I'll probably have some of the the persistent variable stuff is really tricky with the AI. It has a hard time, so I'm gonna have to go in there and look at it. But yeah, I'll end up scripting some other stuff on stream tomorrow. So if you guys want to stop by, watch that. Other than that, if you want to see a video, hit me up in the comments, and I'll try to help you all